long as it's not a quick lad.
How to open the wall?
All you need is some moonlight.
Music.
He touches a certain part of the wall and you can hear a loud rumbling. And soon, the wall shrinks into itself.
Well, you didn't tell us it was going to be loud.
You also said it was well used.
We built it to last. Sort of sticks in his head. And here's the ladder. A few meters into the hole, there's a ladder going up.
Okay.
The ladder is in single form, so you can only have one person going up at a time.
Alright, let's have one of the top people just for it.
I'll go first then.
I can go second.
I'll go somewhere in the middle, I guess.
Basil sort of humps your leg.
Oh.
Yes,
This is going to be a problem.
who's going to carry the little pooch?
I'm a little dog.
If you're in the back and rear, no looking up my robes.
Yes, if anything, you should be going last, Solomon.
Rear guard, indeed.
Rear
guard.
When I was sanctioned, I don't think that I will be wanting to look up anybody's robes.
The Baron
Especially not his.
The Baron says I can take the dog.
Thank you.
Solomon, you just go last and save everyone trouble.
Once you work out the order you wish to go up in, you start to climb up the ladder. It creaks, and at times it feels as if the handles are about to jump out. But you soon make it to the top, only to find that the exit seems to be blocked by something from the other side. And you're still hanging on the ladder.
So you're still on the other side, you can see what?
What, is there no ledge at the top of the ladder? At least
No, there's no ledge. To the right of the ladder, there seems to be an exit, but it seems to be blocked by something from the inside.
Right.
So you're all still hanging on the ladder.
Someone give it a push.
Well, it's going to have to be me then.
I'm taking a step back.
How can you take a step back? We're on the ladder.
A step down then. Sorry.
Well,
Okay. I guess I'm going to have to try and force it open with, like, one hand or something.
Or kick it, depending on what you want to do.
I guess, yeah.
Right? Roll plus 20 strength.
Okay. Okay,
You
reroll.
know what you say.
That's better.
If you had a bit
Reroll.
of rope, you could tie it to the ladder and swing round 2 feet first.
Doesn't matter, I rerolled, I done it.
You kick the door open, and with a big slam, the pile of junk that seems to have been put up against the entrance falls down. You enter into a small room, abandoned, and the dust is thick on the floor. There are some banners that have long since lost its color here and there, as well as some very old and rusty tools. It doesn't seem like anyone had been in this room for many, many years.
I'm sure the Baron said it was well used recently.
You all exit into this small room.
I'm just kind of looking around cautiously, because I'm paranoid.
The Baron seems quite puzzled by this and is scratching his head.
changed, has it?
It hasn't changed at all since I was here.
I think that's the problem, isn't it?
Baron sort of moves into the room. Solaria, you do notice that Sabrina is eyeing him quite suspiciously. Baron sort of turns to you and says, I don't know. This was a well-used hideout. He moves to one of the walls and starts to inspect it. After a short while, you can hear a creak, and he manages to open a wooden door that seems to be hidden behind one of the panels. He sort of walks through the door.
Well, it seems just the way to go.
Say way.
Sabrina gives you the sign to follow him.
Well, I walk after him.
I will follow.
Yeah.
Yep.
You walk into a much larger room. It's quite well decorated with the Baron's colors, as well as banners. And there are some old and by this time quite dry tables and stools standing around, although you suspect that sitting on them would cause them to collapse at any moment. It doesn't seem like anyone has been here for years.
I have to survey of the colors with the raised eyebrow. Like,
The Baron stands in the middle of the room.
How large is this area?
It's that in this room. There should be a passageway later on.
Hidden in the walls.
Hidden walls.
I love secret passage doors. It reminds me of my intern days.
The Baron sort of scratches his head, seeming at a loss.
So, what happened the last time you were here?
Last time we were here, or I was here, there was plenty of people around.
Well, it seems that people have not been here for quite some time then. Well, I will try and search the walls to see if I find any hidden passages.
Go ahead and do a search test.
Go get it.
Oh, and everyone,
It's a wall here.
everyone pause. I just got contact with Mike.
Yeah, I got the contact too.
Okay, so he's on his back and he will be back in soon time.
yay, we might get Emma.
Well, thank you.
You move around the room and inspect, but you can't find any hidden exits. Sabrina sort of seems agitated and moves up to the Baron and seems to whisper something to him, or rather mumble something aggressively. The Baron sort of looks at her displeased and moves on, walking down the corridor to walking down the big room to the end, where he starts to inspect the wall.
Well, when Nova looks over at Solaria, did you get one of those gas finders, or what they're called?
Darius,
Darius did. Well, I think maybe, just maybe, if you turn that on, you can maybe find another, well, where the pastor might be.
Growing tired of your games, Baron. I'm not playing a game. You can hear how Sabrina and the Baron are arguing with each other as the Baron finally seems to find what he's looking for, and he opens another hidden door.
Dum, dum, dum.
And why didn't he just do that from the beginning?
He starts through the door, and Sabrina motions for you to follow. You can see she draws her pistol and starts to move after him.
Alright, I follow kind of close, and I kind of put my hand on my lad's pistol as well, ready to draw it if trouble comes up.
Darius moves up, getting his hammer ready.
Yay, hammer.
Yes, I take the safety off
You
my
move-
hammer.
You move out, and you come to one last room. It seems to be an exit and entry point, and it has cover put up towards the exit that is clearly visible from where you're standing. This room too seems to not have been used for a very, very long time. The Baron sort of looks around and seems completely at a loss. He turns to you and says, well, we can test some other hideouts.
That's assuming that they're using the old hideouts.
True.
Assumptions are false.
I get a feeling it'd be
Sabrina-
easier if we were just to try and find where
Sabrina
they might
looks at the
attack
Baron and tells him to stay put, and then she orders you in a circle around her. So, what do you think?
After then, quite a lot to huddle up because I'm really tall.
It's kind of not roomy at all in here.
I have bumped his head on the top of the tunnel. Maybe.
Not quite that, but it's definitely not very spacious. So, what do you think?
This is completely not a waste of time.
I don't trust this.
I don't trust anyone.
How about you, Solomon?
I think we're being led into trouble, which means I'm in exactly the right place.
I think it would be a whole lot easier if we were just trying to figure out why their next attack might be.
True.
Central mass.
If they're going for a large amount of people, then we just need to find somewhere where there would be a nice appeasing target for them.
Can I do a actually is anyone in the fire stuff?
Could you repeat that? I couldn't hear you. Someone was fidgeting about.
Can I do a scientific test if you want to see how the fire stuff?
Sure.
Oh, that's what's up.
Nice.
How many degrees of success do you have?
I don't have the green test.
Uh,
My perception is 34.
In your vicinity, you're only sensing your presence and the presence of your team and the Baron.
I don't sense anyone else in the area, but they could be masking it.
Well, what do you think? Should we follow the Baron?
The Baron knows the location, doesn't he?
That he should do.
So follow his lead means we have surveillance and knowledge about this area, even though this path hasn't been used in a long time. So it's a safe passage to take. Right?
We don't know the area, but I don't trust him.
He's quite handsome for Norla, isn't he?
Really, he's the only lead we have for the moment.
Really, Emma, and I was me thinking you were having a thing for Varial there.
Nah, that's because of there now.
Okay, let's follow him and see what he got. She turns to the Baron and says, "Okay, Baron, you have one more shot." Baron looks at you all and says, "Okay, there's one place they still have to use. Although I'm not sure if you all want to risk going there."
Wouldn't you?
Because
We're all about the risk.
We should, well, we would have to go to the hard vaults.
And that's
About
why?
The hard,
like examples.
the hard vaults are where the mutants live. It's deep below us.
And where the gas is quite thick.
Radiation, gas.
Acid.
We would probably have to use up most of our filters to get there and back. But I know for a fact that they will still have to use it because that's the only place in this area where the mutants can be without being harassed.
I look at Solomon slowly, just trying to determine what he thinks.
He's making a fist very tightly, so much so that his fingernails are making his palm bleed.
Then he looks at Renalda thinking, he's probably thinking about choir boys.
He's not
Okay.
Catholic, he's a redemptionist.
Right. Sabrina looks at y'all. Are you okay with this?
Well, that's all we have, and I got filters to spare.
Okay.
Well, it's a close internal knowledge about this place. So it would be an enormous amount of knowledge to have with us. Yes, thank you.
Aye. Show us where the mutants are, and I'll make notes for later.
He sort of looks at you and says, maybe some of the mutants aren't with the broken chain, considering from what we know. I hope you won't start shooting.
Of course not.
They leave us
Course
be,
not.
we won't do nothing to them at this point.
They'll come back with a pack of redemptionists and kill them all then.
You see him sort of pale at it, but his order says, okay. He opens the door leading out into a small exit.
Do we have any other choice right now?
You guys follow him through the small exit leading to a tunnel. The tunnel seems to have been recently used
Progress.
by mine workers. And soon you find yourself surrounded by serfs that are hard at work, and you pass all of them by. You get to another, elevator that also seems to be powered by serfs, and the Baron says we're going all the way down, and then on with rebreathers.
Right.
And keep,
Well, that's how I like it.
keep that gas scanner ready.
Alright.
You spend about 40 to 50 minutes just standing on the slowly moving elevator. You guess that it's about 4 or 5 in the afternoon by now, but you finally reached the bottom. You didn't see any serfs on the last 3 floors. The Baron puts on the rebreather, and he turns to you and says, who of you has a scanner?
That would be me.
Right? You and I take lead.
Alright then.
He turns to Solomon. Whatever you do, please don't activate the flamer if we find gas in the area.
Of course I won't. I'm just getting my grenade ready instead.
Some of the gas will be harmless as long as we don't breathe it. Some gas will start to corrode on our clothes and skin. Some will ignite. So yeah, be careful.
You can see Solomon's holding a blind grenade. Not afraid.
Oh, what?
He turns to you and says, all right, boy, turn on the gas scanner.
Darius
Have
does
my
so.
claims to the psyker.
A plus 20 tech use test.
Okay, what tech you use? Is that intelligence?
I kind of look awkwardly.
Yeah, that's intelligence.
I kind of look
Passed.
awkwardly at the map.
Right.
If I hug very close to you, I can't go insane now, can I?
What?
Last week,
Brother, I'm not gonna let you... That sounds kind of just weird.
okay.
Whatever.
So I'm sorry, I'm overruling you on that. Emma did not do that.
Do what?
Cling to you.
Okay.
That
Like-
sounds...
Like stand behind, not cling, like touch, like standing behind.
You start working your way down, and you there do detect some pockets of gas, thankfully, and the Baron and you swiftly navigate the team downwards. It gradually grows colder and colder and colder, and after a while your little scanner indicates that there is no breathable oxygen where you are. You're relying solely on your rebreathers.
Right.
Good thing I brought a couple of extra canisters. We're going to need more than a couple, I would say.
Nobody break wind. These readings are important.
After walking for about 30 minutes like this, you come to what seems to be a junction point, I guess you call it, where several tunnels intersect and intertwine. You see recently treaded footsteps leading in and out of several of them. Some of the footsteps seem human, but most of them seem to be out of proportion or not fitting its matching set. The Baron sort of...
Like really, kind of
Hear me? The Baron leans into you, Darius, and whispers, probably mutant, take off.
Well, thanks for that, Captain
He sort of-
Obvious.
He looks back to you and he says, do you have any melee weapons ready?
I have my hammer.
Right, that shouldn't cost a spark. Keep it ready, just in case. You never know if there's bandits about.
Emma hides her pistol.
The
my
Baron...
last pistol safe.
The Baron spends some time trying to figure out exactly which tunnel you should go. He seems to not quite remember, but finally he settles for one and he tells you guys to follow him. By this point in time, you will have to change your filters, or rather your tubes. You're running out of oxygen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. I got my breath and changed my tube.
Right.
Obviously.
All of you change one tube, and one of the tubes you have is spent.
Right.
Oh, so no. Okay, I'll write this down on my non-existent tape now.
Yes.
I guess she got like 3 tubes or something.
We assume she has one, and she got both one spare.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. The Baron, after changing his filter, indicates to you, Darius, that you're basically getting close. After descending for about 15 minutes, the scanner indicates that there is no breathable oxygen. The Baron again leads into you, Darius, and says, I would not breathe it, though.
Hey, Mike's here.
My direct interference is required, assuming direct control.
Hello, everyone.
Hey,
Hello, Michael.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey, Michael. So, we got some good news and some bad news.
I'm dead.
You're not dead
The
yet.
bad news is that it's not canon that you're together with Varial. Sorry, we had a discussion about that, and Varial did find Varial did find your character a bit of a cougar, but sadly, yeah, we just couldn't let it go on.
The good news is, however,
I just have a slight problem.
The good news is that we are planning on possibly shifting and playing on Sundays.
Alright.
in the future.
And the group sex thingy.
And the group text, and everyone has to have an orgy once this is done.
No.
Oh, really?
Is that much?
No.
I'm in.
Oh, Daniel is mine.
No.
But yeah, you can assume control of your character, and Martin can resume just sitting and listening in. You can fill him up on what we.
Oh gosh.
I need to take a piss, so feel free to fill him in.
Alright,
Yeah,
what have you been
I
doing
need
with
to
my
take
character?
a bathroom break too. Kom och knulla runt hörn. Be right back.
Oh boy.
Martin? Martin's not online.
I am.
Oh, you just stopped playing.
Visible like
So,
that.
could you fill me in on what's happened this time? Up to now?
Well, my brother has been a little bitch and been dismissive, and outside of that, I have been playing your role, like standing behind the psyche due to the fact that she actually scared the team last time. So I'm like, if I stand behind her, nothing bad can happen. Other than that, I've been just going along with the Baron and with our it's not Inquisitor, it's Interrogator, right?
Yes.
Interrogator.
Yeah, with Interrogator. We've just been going along finding tunnels and places that haven't been used for a very long time. And apparently Solomon finds crabs. I will not tell where they are, but most of them is in the roof.
Okay.
There must be one hanging to his ear.
He got a thing about killing canaries.
He's got a thing about killing what?
Canaries.
Bird.
Birds.
Birds.
Yeah, you know,
He don't like
you
canaries.
know, like Tweety Pie.
What the
Yeah,
hell? I missed this couple of weeks.
That was funny. I swear, but this is someone on t-shirt.
Yes. So it's been amazing. Thank you for using your character's little childish body for all my perverted needs.
All your sadistic flagellation, son.
Oh, and
Sean.
So, are we up to date?
Yeah, we're up to date.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
just a quick thing. Robert, I will take a picture to the next session, and you can see my t-shirt.
I wouldn't be surprised if it said, give me more hentai.
You, yes. Laurie, be quiet, or I send you sample with ponies inside.
What?
It won't be pretty. Sorry everyone, my brother's thinking.
I thought I smelled something burning.
You finally continue on, and you start to hear the sound of what seems to be a village up ahead.
After a little town. I assume.
The Baron sort of turns to you all and says, we should avoid walking into the main camp. We should try and circle around.
Definitely. What is this that you just sent us? This image, you know.
It's Harbinger.
It does.
Michael ran in and screamed, assuming control. I had to. Sorry. So, before you can get to the exit leading to what appears to be the village, the Baron finds a side passage and he leads you down it. You walk for about 5 minutes before you come to a narrow corridor. It's narrow enough for you to go 2 and 2, but not much more.